Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Janay Rawal from Luminosity Software Limited, and in today's video we'll be creating a new flow using Power Automate that will notify you whenever new response is submitted to your Microsoft Forms. This will help you stay updated with real-time notifications and will make it easier to manage form responses. So let's get started. First, let's briefly discuss what an automated cloud flow is. In Power Automate, an automated cloud flow runs automatically based on a trigger event. This means you don't need to manually start the flow. It activates when specific conditions are met or actions occur. For our flow today, the trigger will be a new response submitted to a Microsoft form. So now let's create our flow, and we've selected automated cloud flow. We'll name this flow as new form submission notification, and this name helps us identify the flow's purpose. Now you are asked to select a trigger. Search for when a new response is submitted in Microsoft Forms. Here I have it on top itself, so I'll be selecting this. This trigger starts the flow whenever someone submits a new response to the specified form. Now let's click on create to set up a flow. In the trigger configuration, you will need to specify the form you want to monitor. In my case, the form is untitled form that I've created. Before moving forward, I'll show you the overview of my form. I just have one question here because it's an example flow that I'll be showing. After configuring the trigger, we need to add actions to handle the response data. So let's click on add an action and search for get response details. This action retrieves the detailed information from the form response. Now configure the get response details action by selecting the form used in the trigger for form ID. In this case, it is untitled form, and for response ID, use the dynamic content response ID provided by the trigger. This setup ensures the flow fetches the correct response details. Now let's set up the notification. Click on add an action again and choose either send me a mobile notification or send an email. In this case, we'll be using send an email, and we'll be sending an email using Outlook. Here it is. You can set up who you want to send it to. In this case, I'll send it to myself, and I'll keep the subject as form response generated, and in the body we will use dynamic content again, and we'll say response ID was submitted. Response ID number was submitted. So here this is our final. Now we'll click save to finalize our flow, and this is our final flow where whenever response will be submitted through the Microsoft form, the response details will be configured, and then an email will be sent to Janay at Luminosity that a response was submitted. Let's test this flow out. I click on the test flow. We'll click on manual and let's test it. You see, it says to see it work now, perform the starting action. We'll go to our mail where I've sent the form to myself. and here you can see I have the form. Let's click on yes, and my response was submitted. Here you can see I received a mail saying 2 number was submitted. This 2 is my response ID, and number was submitted was written in my body previously, and form response generated was my subject. So we have successfully completed our flow, and yeah, it took almost, let's see how much time it took. It took only 449 milliseconds. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.